essentially the way we do it is, and what we want people to understand is that we start with sound health practices. That's essentially the base. Then up from that is kind of sound training practices, sound nutrition practices, and that all has to happen and occur before someone considers a competition. Because what you see a lot of the time is people then say, I'm going to get in shape to do a show, where you really want to be in shape, then decide to do a show. And if you've got that base solid, then you can actually have a really good time competing. Whereas most coaches and people, what they do is they see the picture on Instagram, I want to look like that. What's that person just doing? And they jump straight to that. Meanwhile, they've probably, Instagram filter, performance enhancing, butt, implants.
Yes.
Yeah, that's been all the rage.
Very common thing these days, by the way. Very common thing.
Yeah.
I like to actually start off with the hunter-gathered plucked or fish. Mark's explained this to general pop clients a long time, but I actually use it with competitors from the get-go. I actually take them back in time, start them off on
Whole foods,
basically, or 90% whole foods, and I go building from there. Because if you've just come to me, Marshall or Mark or anyone, even though we might have an in-depth food log and we might have collected a lot of data, we still might have missed things. So it's still good to start off regressed and build from there.
You don't want to assume.
No, I don't want to assume anything.
Never. You don't want to
I
assume.
don't want to take chances. This is someone's physique. This is someone's chance of getting a first place. This is someone's health.
Exactly. With that being said, though, it's not much of a regression there. It's more of creating that foundation. Not even a step back too forward, like the classic saying itself there. The basics, getting them to eat healthy, nutritious food that actually build and nourish their body. And I believe that that's one of your sayings there.
That's part of the base. Though,
that is part of the baseline there.
So let's just say theoretically, right? And also, just actually before we segue into that, the old model in nutrition that I see a lot of the time is, that the pyramid of nutrition, which is at the bottom, you've got your calories and macronutrients, micronutrients, and then meal timing, supplements, right? I don't like that model because it suggests that one is more important than the other. I like to make it a circle, right? And have those equal parts and not actually do with it for the client in terms of calories and macronutrients, whatever, but rather things that they can focus on, like areas of focus, which are things like sleep, gut health, quality of food, training, lifestyle, stress. These are things that we very much have control over, and each area interacts with the other. And I think this is where our approach to coaching is a lot more encompassing and holistic for a competitor, because too often what we see with competitors is, it's here's the plan, right? Go and do the plan. Do it for 12 weeks. And look, you do the plan for 12 weeks, you will get lean. Yeah, but what happens after, right?
Yeah, that's the question. Are they going to put on 5 kilos? Are they constantly going to binge? Are they just going to feel very depressive or not even enjoy the whole experience itself there? So, at the end of the day, we're here to create that foundation to make sure that we prevent those scenarios there, because those scenarios are never good.
No, never good.
Never good.
So really, we got to focus on that. I know we keep coming back to this.
It is very important.
We got to get that base right.